The Hope Diamond. She was no ordinary gem, a 45-carat deep blue diamond, looted from India's Color Mine in the 1600s. Tavernier, the French merchant who first acquired it, reportedly lost his fortune. He was torn apart by wild dogs after selling it to King Louis XIV. The Sun King had it cut down and set in jewelry, but his great-grandson Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette both met the guillotine during the French Revolution. Every owner since faced bankruptcy, madness, or mysterious death. Evelyn Walsh McLean lost her daughter to overdose, her son to suicide, and her grandson drowned young. Jewel thief Pierre Cartier even sold it deliberately to the doomed family, hoping to offload the curse. Museums now display it under armed guard, where it still draws whispers of doom for anyone who stares too long. It proves beauty can hide a venomous fate. The Basano Vase. Forged in 15th century Italy as a wedding gift, this silver vase etched with the words, "To Giovanni," vanished after the bride's sudden death on her wedding night. It resurfaced in 1988 at an auction. It was sold to a British antique dealer for £2,000. He died of a brain tumor weeks later. Each recipient met tragedy. The next owner's fiancée crashed her car fatally. A photographer dropped dead mid-shoot. And a psychiatrist leapt from a hospital window. Police traced its path through 5 cursed owners. Then it landed with a 6th, who mailed it to the London silver vaults with a note. "This vase kills all who own it. Take it away." Experts confirmed it genuine but cursed. It sits sealed, labeled dangerous, gathering dust, one touch, one life claimed. The Crying Boy painting, mass-produced in the 1950s by Italian orphan Bruno Amadio, this teary-eyed child portrait sold millions across Britain. Then fires broke out. Over 50 homes burned to ash. Yet every canvas survived unscathed amid the rubble. A Norfolk firefighter catalogued dozens of identical cases. Flames consumed wallpaper and furniture, but the boy's face stared out untouched. Legend says it is cursed because Bruno painted it after his own son drowned, channeling grief into vengeful strokes. Taverns banned it. Families smashed theirs after nightmares. Printers halted production, but fakes still circulate online. Investigators blamed cheap oil paints igniting spontaneously, but survivors swear the eyes followed them through the smoke. The James Dean Porsche Little Bastard. In 1955, Hollywood rebel James Dean bought a silver Porsche 550 Spider nicknamed Little Bastard for $700. Days later, en route to Salinas, his Porsche spun into a Ford two-door. It killed him instantly at 24. The wreckage's curse began immediately. While shipping the parts to an exhibition, the truck driver broke both legs. The garage storing it burned down, car unharmed. Mechanics fitting its engine died in crashes. Its drivetrain wrecked another racer fatally. A doctor buying the tires lost both legs when they flew off. Every piece brought death or dismemberment until thief George Barris melted most down. Yet even the safe vanished. One fender survives in a Japanese museum, bolted eternally in place. The Ötzi, the Iceman's axe. Frozen for 5,300 years in the Ötztal Alps. In 1991, climbers discovered Ötzi. He was a Copper Age mummy, clutching a half-complete copper axe. The first finder, Helmut Simon, fell to his death returning to the site a decade later. 8 days after, DIGCO leader Konrad Spindler died of heart complications. A forensic expert studying the body succumbed suddenly. A documentary filmmaker perished in a car crash. Even a proton beam analyst examining the axe dropped dead mid-project. Locals call it Ötzi's revenge. His 61 tattoos and arrow-pierced body suggest ritual murder, and his spirit demands the artifact back. Scientists store it in Vienna under climate control. But researchers still report chills and bad luck. The Annabelle Doll. This unassuming Raggedy Ann doll sat innocently in a hobby store until a nurse bought it in 1970 as a gift. Soon it moved alone. Notes appeared scrawled "Help Oz," furniture overturned. And a family dog died barking at it. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren took custody, claiming a demonic entity possessed it. Not the porcelain clown faced horrors of movies. Locked in a glass case blessed by priests in their Connecticut museum, it still reportedly slams doors, emits growls, and leaves claw marks on handlers. A skeptic photographer who mocked it crashed, his brakes failing. His car bore child-sized handprints. Thousands visit yearly, but the Warrens warn. Stare too long, invite it home. The Busby Stoop chair. In 1702, English innkeeper Thomas Busby hanged for murder after killers sat in his favorite pub chair. Before the noose, he cursed it. May any who sit in it meet their death soon after. Dismantled pub folklore claims 63 sitters died horribly. First a team of painters fell from scaffolding. Then a cleaning lady tumbled downstairs. A military officer crashed his plane. Even World War II Polish airmen training nearby perished mid-flight after posing in it. Relocated to a museum on a beam reading "Do Not Sit," it gathers dust 13 feet up. Locals avoid the Thirsk Museum. One teen who snapped a selfie below vanished mysteriously. Busby's ghost reportedly polishes it nightly. The Tomb of Tutankhamun. In 1922, Howard Carter cracked open boy King Tutankhamun's 3,300-year-old Valley of the King's Tomb. It revealed golden splendor unseen for millennia. Lord Carnarvon, funding the dig, died of blood poisoning 6 weeks later from a mosquito bite. His dog back home howled and dropped dead simultaneously. Lights across Cairo flickered out. 11 died in the next year. Radiologist Archibald Reid photographing the mummy. Another financier. Even a canary bird brought into the tomb. By 1929, 22 were gone, struck by fever, crashes, or heart attacks. Egyptologists dismissed mold spores, but hieroglyphs warn death comes on wings to those disturbing the pharaoh's rest. Tut's mask tours museums today, but guards swear shadows linger. The Dybbuk Box. This small wine cabinet surfaced on eBay in 2003. It was sold by a Portland student who claimed his grandmother, a Holocaust survivor, warned it housed a malevolent Jewish spirit called a Dybbuk. The first owner woke nightly to jasmine smells and shadow figures. Then his sister suffered a stroke. Kevin Manis, the next buyer, saw a gnarled hag's face in mirrors. He blacked out and woke up with Hebrew scratches on his arm. Hollywood later bought it for a film, but crew members reported lights exploding, and actors vomiting blood. Now owned by Zach Bagans, it sits sealed in his haunted museum. Visitors faint nearby, and a repairman died inspecting it. Lights flicker when it is filmed. The box feels like it is waiting, like it hungers for new hosts. These cursed relics, etched into legend, show humanity's flirtation with the forbidden often awakens something vengeful. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, drop a comment on your scariest object, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.